Hello students, in this video we will be discussing the transpose of a matrix. Now what do we mean by transpose of a matrix? If there is a matrix A and what we do is we interchange the rows and columns of the matrix to obtain a new matrix. The new matrix to obtain is called the transpose of the matrix A. If A is equal to Aij m cross n be a m cross n matrix, then the matrix which is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of A is called the transpose of A. The transpose of A is denoted by A prime or A written in the superscript. In notation, if A is equal to Aij of the order n cross n, then A transpose is written as Aji of the order n cross n. The order is reversed. If it is m cross n, it will now be n cross m, and Aij over here will now become Aji. They will interchange. The rows will be interchanged. The range of I is from 1 to m. The range of j is 1 to n. That is being followed over here. The range of j is from 1 to n and the range of I is from 1 to n. If you go for an example, if A is equal to 2, 3, minus 4, 5, 6, 1 is a 2 cross 3 matrix, then its transpose, which is obtained by interchanging the rows and the columns, the first row becomes the first column and the second row becomes the second column. This is 2, 3, minus 4, and then you have 5, 6, 1, and now this will now be a 3 cross 2 matrix. So this is the example of a matrix and its transpose. Now we quickly move on to the properties of transpose of a matrix. If you deal with the properties, the first one is transpose of A, and if you take the transpose again, we get the matrix A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. Then you have A minus B whole transpose is A transpose minus B transpose. Then you have K times of A whole transpose is K times of A transpose. And then the last one, that is AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose. And this law, the last one, is basically called as the reversal law. What reverses? The order of the matrices. If you are taking AB whole transpose, then what has to be done is we take the transpose of B, we take the transpose of A, and then we multiply B transpose into A transpose. Please do remember this property, this is very important. Now we just quickly move on to an example where we illustrate this thing. The question says, if A is equal to 1, 2, 3, B is equal to minus 2, 4, minus 5, then verify AB whole transpose is actually equal to B transpose into A transpose. This has to be verified. So first of all, what we do is we take out AB. AB is 1, 2, 3, and then this is minus 2, 4, and minus 5. We multiply the 2, 1 into minus 2, So this is, and please don't forget to check the order. This is 1 cross 3, so the resultant matrix has to be of the order 3 cross 3. This is minus 5, then we multiply by 2, 2 into minus 2 is minus 4, 2 into 4 is 8, 2 into minus 5 is minus 10, 3 into minus 2 is minus 6, 12 and minus 15. This is A into B. Now if you take the transpose of this one, AB whole transpose, the first row now becomes the first column. So minus 2, 4, minus 5. Then you have the second row becoming the second column, minus 10, minus 6, 12 and minus 15. So this is AB whole transpose. Now what we do is, over here now we take B transpose and we take A transpose. So B transpose is minus 2, 4, minus 5. A transpose is 1, 2 and 3. And what we do is, we take B transpose into A transpose, minus 2, 4, minus 5, and you have 1, 2 and 3. If you multiply, what we get is minus 2, minus 4, minus 6. If you multiply by 4, this is 8, this is 12, minus 5, minus 10 and minus 15. And we can see that AB whole transpose is same as B transpose into A transpose, and this is how we verify that AB whole transpose is B transpose into A transpose, and hence the reversal law is true. Now the next thing which comes up is basically we talk about the symmetric matrix. So what is a symmetric matrix? In this one basically, suppose we have got a M cross N matrix and we want its transpose also to be equal to it, which is of the order N cross N. And obviously these two will be equal if and only if M is equal to N. So we talk about that the transpose of a matrix will be equal to itself if and only if, basically if it is a square matrix. If it is not a square matrix, we cannot talk about the symmetric matrix. So it is a necessary condition for a matrix to be a symmetric matrix that tends to be a square matrix. So we write a square matrix capital A is said to be symmetric. Is said to be symmetric if A transpose is equal to A. And this can also be thought of as that if A is equal to Aij of the order say N cross N, then we have that Aij is equal to Aj for every I and j. That means if you interchange the positions of I and j, still the value of the element will remain to be same. Example, this is 2, 3, 4 and 4. The diagonal elements will have no impact on this one, but then these two elements have to be equal. Minus 1, 2, 3. If this is 4, this is A12, so this has to be 4. If it is minus 10, it has to be minus 10. If it is 7, this has to be 7. Because this is A13 So we need A31 to be same. If this is A32, we need A23 to be equal. Now we move on to skew symmetric matrix. And we say our square matrix A is said to be a skew symmetric matrix if A transpose is equal to minus A. That means if you take the transpose of A, then we must have minus A. In this case, basically we have Aij is equal to minus times of Aj I. Aij is equal to minus times of Aj I. If we take I is equal to j, that means we are talking about the diagonal elements. We are talking about the diagonal elements. Then Aii is equal to minus times of Aii, or 2 times of Aii is equal to 0, or Aii is equal to 0. So what this gives us the conclusion that all the diagonal elements of a skew symmetric matrix are 0. So all the diagonal elements of a skew symmetric matrix are 0. Okay? So this is the case. If you talk about the example, you can have 0 on the principal diagonal. If it is 2, this has to be minus 2. If this is 3, this has to be minus 3. 7, so this has to be minus 7. This is somewhat like this. Now, 2 of the important results are coming. We talk about the sum of a matrix and its transpose and the difference. If A is a square matrix, then A plus A transpose is always a symmetric matrix. And similarly, we have A minus A transpose is always a skew symmetric matrix. Is always a skew symmetric matrix. How to prove this one? You can simply take, say, P is equal to A plus A transpose. Now you take the transpose of this one, you have A plus A transpose, whole transpose. We use the property A plus B whole transpose is taking the transpose separately, using the first property and the commutative property of addition of matrices. So we have this. So we have P is a symmetric matrix. Now if we talk about the matrix Q, this is A minus A transpose. So Q transpose is A minus A transpose, whole transpose. This is A transpose minus A transpose, whole transpose. A transpose minus A, and minus times of A minus A transpose. This is minus Q. So we can easily show that A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. So for a symmetric matrix, we have half of A plus A transpose will still remain to be a symmetric matrix. If you take the half of A minus A transpose, that will remain to be a skew symmetric matrix. And if we add them, we add them. What we do is we add them. So what we get is A, and this is basically the symmetric part. This is the symmetric part, and this is the skew symmetric part. So what is the conclusion? Every square matrix can be uniquely expressed as the sum of a symmetric and a skew symmetric matrix. So we write it as every square matrix can be uniquely expressed as the sum of a symmetric and a skew symmetric matrix. Now we can have the question based upon this property, and it says express 2, 3, 4, minus 3, 5, minus 2, 1, 0, 3 as the sum of a symmetric and a skew symmetric matrix. And a skew symmetric matrix. So what are the steps to solve this one? You have the matrix A with you. We find A transpose. You can have written as find A transpose. Then what we do is we evaluate this one, half of A plus A transpose. Show that P transpose is equal to P. Then you have the matrix Q, half of A minus A transpose. Show that Q transpose is actually equal to minus Q, implying that Q is a skew symmetric matrix, and then show that P plus Q is equal to A. Please just try out this question on your own. The steps are given over here. Just follow these 7 steps. You have A transpose to be found. Calculate this. Show that P transpose is equal to P. Calculate Q, half of A minus A transpose. Show that Q transpose is equal to minus Q. And then add P and Q to show that it is actually equal to A. Now we just move on to the last 2 questions. These 2 questions are very important from the NCERT book. Question says, if A and B are symmetric matrices of the same order, then show that AB minus BA is a skew symmetric matrix. what we do is, again we take this matrix to which is C, and to check whether it's a symmetric or skew symmetric matrix, we have to take its transpose. So C transpose is AB minus BA whole transpose. You have AB whole transpose minus BA whole transpose. We use the reversal law. This is B transpose into A transpose minus A transpose into B transpose. Now A and B are symmetric matrices. It means A transpose is A and B transpose is B. So if you just write it over here, you get BA minus AB, and this is negative of AB minus BA equal to minus times of C, which simply means that C is a skew symmetric matrix. The next question is, A is equal to cos alpha minus sin alpha, cos alpha, such that A plus A transpose equal to I, then find alpha. So what we do is, we simply just find the A transpose. A transpose is cos alpha, sin alpha. The first column becomes the first row, the first row becomes the first column. Now we substitute the value of A and A transpose in this condition. You have cos alpha minus sin alpha, cos alpha plus cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha 1001, and this will give you 2 cos alpha 0 0 2 cos alpha, and this is 1001. So what this gives us, on comparing, we get 2 cos alpha equal to 1. So cos alpha is equal to 1 by 2, or the value of alpha comes out to be pi by 3. So the value of alpha is equal to pi by 3. So I hope all of you have understood the concepts of the transpose of a matrix, symmetric and skew symmetric matrices, and its properties. Thank you so much.